You know, it was nice when I could blame Apple for why I was always running late, but I can't do that anymore because they finally fixed the design of the alarm. There are actually tons of little fixes in iOS 26.1. In this update, if you hated the liquid glass design, there's now a tinted version, so it's easier to read. Liquid glass, or more like liquid sunglasses. Apple's design shifts are going even beyond the iPhone. There's a bit of a rebrand over at Apple TV, and for the service bundle of Apple One. And Apple retail stores are said to be getting a little refresh in their displays next week. It's no surprise Apple is sprucing up its look because the company is preparing for big changes soon. Next year is Apple's 50th anniversary, so things are going to get a little snazzy over the next few months. And this is just the beginning of Apple's makeover. So with one more thing to download this week, let's go over Apple's most impactful changes. I'm Bridget Carey, and this is One More Thing. When Apple's liquid glass design launched on iOS 26, it made menus and notifications appear to be in some sort of transparent, bouncy, bubbly goo. But sometimes the text can be hard to read depending on the app or the wallpaper. So now there is a toggle in settings so you can adjust the liquid to be less see-through and have more contrast. You're going to go to settings and down to display and brightness, you'll find a way to toggle it. Perhaps Apple should have called this mode frosted glass. And if that's not enough, you can also go to settings. Under accessibility, you're going to go to display and text size and then tap the toggle to reduce transparency. The new alarm design makes it a little harder now to dismiss your wake-up call because you see now you have to slide to turn off the alarm. Before, the big snooze and the end alarm buttons, they're just giant stacked on top of each other. And you're waking up, you're smacking the phone to turn off the sound, you don't got your glasses on, you don't know what you're hitting, you're tired, you think you're hitting the snooze, but you just end the alarm and then you freak out when you're running late, like me. So this alone was worth the update. There's a useful security setting now that allows your phone to automatically download and install security improvements between software updates, So if Apple needs to make a quick security fix, you're not left out. You just gotta go to settings, go down to privacy and security, and then all the way down, go to background security improvements, and that'll give you the toggle to turn it on. Not everyone may even know this feature, but if you're on your phone's lock screen, you can swipe left to open your camera without unlocking. Now, if you hate that because you accidentally open the camera all the time, well, now you can turn this feature off. It's under Camera Settings. You're going to scroll to the bottom, and you'll see a toggle for lock screen swipe to open. This change is a bit of a silly one for Apple Music. When you're in the app, instead of tapping the double arrows to skip to the next song or go back, you can now just swipe your finger over the name of the song to jump to the next song. You know, you swipe to skip on social media, now you can swipe to skip on Apple Music. You have to do it on the name of the song, not the photo. It also works on the shrunk down itty-bitty menu at the bottom. If you've been wanting to use live language translation, well, now you have more languages to try. It works with iPhones that are on iOS 26 and the latest AirPods. Apple just added Mandarin, Italian, Japanese, and Korean. There's actually a ton of small things you may not even notice in the new iOS 26.1, like FaceTime audio quality should be better even in low bandwidth conditions. And now you can log manual workout data in the fitness app. There's a long list, and you can see the full list of changes when you update. But there is one change that is hard to miss. The Apple TV app has a more colorful icon that now matches the new branding for the streaming service. You see Apple TV Plus dropped the plus sign, it's now just Apple TV. And if you fire it up to stream Apple's newest show, Pluribus, which starts today, you're gonna notice there's a new Apple TV intro, animation, and sound. Certainly that's more charming than the Netflix Dun Dun. It was created by the musician Phineas, who many know as the brother of singer Billie Eilish. And pretty funny here, Apple on YouTube titled this animation as "This is just the beginning," because You know, it's the beginning of every show now, but I think it's also the beginning of more changes to come this year. We are seeing a rebranding of the Apple One service, which bundles many subscriptions like Apple TV and Apple Music and iCloud and those types of things. They're all bundled together, and here each subscription service has its own slice of an apple. And this may remind you of the classic Apple rainbow logo. I'm not expecting Apple's gonna release any more gadgets for 2025. I mean, it's November, right? But it has been reported that Apple stores, the retail stores, they're doing a little redecorating next week. Maybe that's to change up what's on display before the holidays. But 2026 is expected to be a major year for Apple products. You got Tim Cook saying that we should expect an updated Siri next year, and experts believe that this new Siri could lead to a number of new smart home gadgets, like updates to the HomePod speaker or other smart home hubs. Not to mention whatever new folding iPhone Apple may have waiting for us down the road. So stay subscribed. Every Friday, I'll help keep you updated when Apple gives us one more thing to try. But let me know if you have been trying iOS 26.1 and if you're taking advantage of the changes. Thanks for watching.